What is up, guys? Welcome back to the videos. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. We haven't done an update video in a while on just parts and kind of what's going on with the cars, and also too, we're going to do a little bit of a Q&A. I got some questions that I threw up on Instagram, and I figured I would do a Q&A with those questions. Some of them are goofy, which I'll answer, and some of them are serious. So let's just go ahead and talk about what's behind me. With the WRX, we are at the point where I think we want to upgrade. So the car is for sale. Some of you guys saw that on Instagram, that we posted it up for sale. And if anybody's interested, I'll put the link to the ad to the for sale on the description here, so you guys can actually take a look at the car and actually what is done to it. Now, saying that, it has nothing to do with the car. The car is awesome. We love the car. We kind of outgrew it really fast, and that's typically something that we do. So yeah, one of the things that we end up doing with the cars, and this has been with any type of race car that we've had since, gosh, the beginning of our actual racing, is we get to a point where we feel like we've maxed the potential out of the car. I feel like this car has a lot of potential, but at the end of the day, we want to have a faster car. Now, that being said, I'm not going to reveal yet what two cars, yes, you heard me correct, two cars we're actually going to do. Now, they're both different and similar in their own ways. Once we actually get both cars here, which we're hoping we can get this sold, and if you guys are interested in this car, hit me up in the DMs of Instagram, which I'll leave obviously the link to that. But we want something that's faster. So we have some ideas. We have a couple ideas. We have our cars picked out, what we want to do, my dad and I, because we're going to have two cars. He's going to have his car and I'm going to have my car. What we're wanting to do is hopefully have those cars here very soon. If we can get this sold, then we can, start looking for the cars that we need. So yeah, so that's kind of where we're at with the Subaru. As far as the Skyline goes, I still have parts sitting over here. So let me show you guys what I have. So a lot of you guys saw this part on Instagram, but I have top secret arrow catches that I've had for probably a month. And I'm scared to cut into my carbon fiber hood. I know I can do it. I know that it shouldn't be that difficult, but unfortunately I'm scared because it took me forever to find that hood after our fender bender. And I'm afraid that if I mess it up, then I'm gonna have to try to find another hood, which is not cheap. And then, so I'm actively looking for someone or a body shop that will do this. Not that I don't think I can do it, it's just, I would rather someone that's a professional do it. So we've got these. I need to get these done because I want to delete the hood latch that's on the R32 because the hood latch sucks and it's all bent and stuff, so there's no reason to even have it. So I want to delete it. This will help, but then again, I need someone to cut the hood. The other thing that we have is the Greddy oil filter relocation kit. So I got this actually for Christmas as a kind of, hey, here's a Christmas gift. Unfortunately, I'm waiting to put this on. And I don't mean unfortunately, it's probably smarter to wait to put this on. So I am still, currently right now, I have put 1,400 miles on the engine since the rebuild. And we actually got rid of it's not on break-in oil anymore. It's actually on its first oil change. And I want to wait till we get to 2,500 miles on the engine before we actually change the oil. So there is no reason to change the oil now with the oil filter relocation kit until it's actually ready. So once it's actually ready and we've done all the break-in of it, then I will have the oil filter relocation kit put on. The other thing that I have that I'm not going to show you guys is a replacement fan. We have a GK Tech fan, which is what I had on there before, but when we had that little fender bender, it broke two fins on the fan that's on it. Now the fan still works, it actually keeps the car cool. I've never had a problem with it overheating with the fans missing, or the fins, but essentially I just want a peace of mind. I wanted to replace it anyway. So when we take the car in to have the oil filter relocation kit put on, we will also have the new fan put on. And then really it's only a couple more things, which I'm gonna talk about here down the road with the Q&A. So yeah, so those are the parts that I have. And then let me show you guys the parts that my dad has sitting for the R35. Give me 1 second here and I'll go grab that. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna show you guys this first piece. Now this is a titanium upper radiator hose that my dad got for the R35. We've kind of been waiting on this one because the other one I'm gonna show you kind of coincides with this, and we wanna make sure that we do them all at the same time. So this is from Rampage. It is a titanium upper radiator hose. Pretty freaking cool. I kind of wish they made something like this for the R32, just because I love titanium. I think you guys all know that. You guys have seen my car. The other thing that he got is from Extreme Turbo Systems. He got the titanium intakes. Now, the other reason we haven't put these on yet, which you can see here, titanium, pretty freaking sweet. The reason we haven't put these on these are speed density kits. So essentially, once this goes on the car needs to be retuned for speed density. So which means it deletes the MAFs. As you guys can see, there's no MAF location for this intake. So what it does is it deletes the MAFs on the R35. And if we're gonna do this, we have to have the car tuned. Well, he's also waiting on more parts. If we're gonna tune the car, we might as well wait until his brand new Extreme Turbo Systems intercooler comes in, which was on back order for 2 weeks. So we're hoping that it would get shipped here in the next week or so for the R35. So no reason to tune the car and then put the intercooler on and then have to retune the car. So we're gonna wait and do all of that together. And then I believe he has 3 other parts that he ordered. He ordered, well, we'll talk about the big one here in a second, but he ordered a Kansai Service front grille carbon fiber piece to get rid of the black wrinkles that are on the one that's on the stock. He ordered a steering wheel, which I think it's a Vicres, but don't quote me on that one, guys. And it's pretty sweet. He's only shown me photos of it. And the last thing that he ordered, which is really cool and probably one of the coolest things, which we're gonna have to wait about 5 months for, is the top secret R35 carbon fiber hood. It is absolutely unbelievable looking. I can't wait to see it in person. They are actually custom making it right now at Top Secret. So we should have that in like 5 months, 4 or 5 months is what the ETA that we were told. When you order something from Top Secret, especially carbon fiber, it is custom made when you order it. So they don't have anything in stock. They typically make everything custom. So yeah, so that's the parts that we have sitting around. Now, I do have a few parts sitting around for the new car, which I'm not gonna tell you guys what it is. But I do have some parts sitting around that I've kind of smaller stuff that I know that's gonna need to be replaced on the car when we get it. So yeah, you guys can, if you're watching the video and don't say anything. Let's keep it a secret until I actually get the car. And it'll probably be 2 or 3 weeks after I get the car before you guys find out, because I wanna have this really big unveil and stuff. So, but if you do know and I've told you, please don't say it in the comments, or please don't say it where people can see it, because I want it to be a secret and I want the parts and the build series to be cool. And yeah, so just don't do it. Okay, now that we've got that out of the way, now you guys kind of know what's going on with the car, with the 32, with the 35. The other thing that I want to address is the drift car, or the drift build that we're wanting to do. We are still actively looking for a car. The thing is though, we want to get our other 2 track cars, or track/street cars, acquired before we can buy a drift car or a drift build. I will tell you guys right now, I am looking at a couple different cars, a 180 SX, a Toyota Soarer, and maybe a Chaser. I'm not sure yet, but I think those 3 are kind of the bread and butter. Right now you can get 180s for a really good price in Japan. Same thing with Soarers. So right now I'm just trying to figure out which car I want to do. Obviously you guys know that I know nothing about drifting, other than that, like, I sort of kind of know like how to do it, but I sort of don't know, because all I've ever been doing is grip racing or time attack or road racing. So I want to do it. It's something that I've wanted to do for a while and at least give it a shot. I'm not gonna do it if I don't have a right-hand drive car. I don't know why, but I wanna stick to that kind of ideal where if I'm gonna learn in the car that, a right-hand drive car. So I know, probably stupid. You guys are probably gonna make fun of me for that, but you know, it is what it is. So those are the 3 cars we're looking at. I don't know if something else comes up, cool. If you guys know something that might be cooler, then let me know in the comments. All right, so with that being said, let me answer. So we did a Q&A. Let me pull up my phone here, guys. We did a Q&A on Instagram, and I got some pretty good questions. Some of them are a little goofy, and some of which are a little... so let's start with the goofy ones first. So first one is, who is waifu? Well, I don't have a waifu. So that answers that one. Second goofy one, could I beat your ass? No, absolutely not. Person that sent this to me, you absolutely cannot beat my ass. My arms are bigger than your legs. Why am I so cute? My mommy. All right. Let's talk in the serious ones. Okay, so here's a good one. Has the STI sold yet? Clearly, no, it has not. We had a couple people that are interested in the car. Unfortunately, they kind of backed out. We're hoping that we can get it sold. I mean, the car is, we're offering it for $18K. I'll tell you guys right up front. We're offering it for $18K. We're basically making nothing on it. We're basically making money back that we put in, the ETS intercooler, some of the other stuff that we've done to the car. This thing is absolutely ready for the track. Hands down. If you want a track car, this thing is ready to go. Otherwise, other than putting 2 race seats in it, I mean, there's really not much else you could do to it. It has all full suspension. It's ready to rock. So, no, it has not sold yet, and it is, as of this video, which will probably come out tomorrow, which would be the 17th, today's the 16th, it still has not sold. Here's one, upcoming mods for the GTR. Well, I just went over some of the mods, but some of the stuff that down the future that I want to do to the R32. I want to replace the seats. My seats that are in it are still in really good shape, which I'll probably end up keeping, but I want to put 2 Bride seats in it, or Bride, whatever you guys want to call it. It's called Bride in Japan. I would like to put 2 Bride seats in it, and I would also like to fix just some small stuff on it. Some interior heritage part stuff, just stuff that needs to be fixed. But I think the next thing that I'm going to order for it is the top secret carbon fiber dash kit. Essentially what it does is it covers up the area that bubbles on the R32. So it's about 300 bucks. It's just something that I've been wanting to do, and I think it looks really rad in the car and would probably complete the top secret styleness that I'm going with. Here's a good one. What's your favorite track to run out here? My favorite track to run out here used to be PIR. Now, obviously, NASCAR bought the track out and they took out the Roval that was in the middle of PIR, which is one of my favorite tracks. It was really cool. You would go under the tunnel, you would feel like you were going into a professional racetrack, but it just felt, the ambiance and just being there was just really awesome. But I would say now that we don't have PIR anymore, my favorite track here, I do like East Track, Wild Horse, it's Wild Horse now, Wild Horse East Track. I do like Maine. My dad doesn't like Maine. I like Maine because of the straightaway. Wild Horse Maine, which is the straightaway, is the drag strip. I do enjoy that track. But if I had to choose one track that I've driven that I really like, I really love Chuckwalla. Obviously that's not in Arizona, it's in California, but it's an awesome track. And if you get a chance to go to it, I totally recommend it. They run it 2 different ways, clockwise and counterclockwise. And there is a couple elevation changes that are really cool on that track. Let's see here. When are we doing a badass detail on the Skyline? The right way. Whenever, man. I need to get it done. I need to have a nice detail done to the car. So, you know, I just need to figure out when, and we can get that done. I would love to do it. What are your hobbies besides cards, golf, and the GTR? So a lot of you guys know I stream on Twitch, which I'll put my link to my Twitch in the description. I like to stream video games. I do a podcast on RaymanDigitalMedia.com. I've been doing it for about 7 years, which I'll put the link to that too as well, if you guys are interested. It's about Supernatural, the TV show, and then we also do a couple other shows. You might have seen my buddy Bobby in a video. He's the one that does that with me. I also enjoy airsoft. So I do play airsoft. It's obviously with COVID, airsoft events have slowly gone down. And then other thing that I'm actually currently, this is so goofy, but the thing that I'm currently getting into hobby-wise, which I will show you guys, I actually literally just got this package today. I am getting into LARPing. Yes, you heard that correctly. I am going to get into LARPing with some friends. Basically, when I do airsoft, we're LARPing anyways. So I figured, why don't we try some medieval LARPing? So I've got a bow and my LARP arrows. And no, I am not kidding. I am 100% doing it. And this is more or less something that I've always wanted to do, but I've never had friends to do it with. Because, you know, when I was younger, I thought it was kind of goofy. But the more I read into it, the more it was right up my alley. So there you go, some of my hobbies. All right, let's see what else we got here. How many times have I traveled to Japan? So I've only gone once. I went in 2019. I went for 2 weeks in March. It was probably the coolest thing I've ever done. The culture is amazing. The food is amazing. The people are amazing. It is what inspired my tattoos. And I've always loved the culture. I've loved the discipline. I've loved everything about that culture, even since I was a kid. And it was kind of one of those things, as a kid, it's like, well, how do you tell your parents that you're like into Japanese culture when you really just don't? You just kind of do your thing, right? So, yeah, so I went once. We were supposed to go in September of last year. COVID pushed that back. We pushed it to March, which we just recently pushed it back to June. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, if not, we'll push it back again. I really want to go back badly. Well, not only because of just Japan and amazing, but car stuff, because there are possibly some vehicles that we're looking to purchase in Japan. Yeah. Let's see. Do I love cooking? No, I actually hate cooking, but I know it's necessary. So it's one of those things where it's like, what is your height? I'm 5'11". Okay, so last one here. If you can go to a fantasy fair, like which character would you dress? That's funny because I have done cosplay before. I've done it with my friends. So I've dressed up as Bane, I've dressed up as Captain Boomerang from Suicide Squad, I've dressed up as Darth Maul from Star Wars. I don't do it as much as, who else? Wolverine, a couple other characters. I don't do it as much as I used to. And I think that's just because I have other hobbies now and they're fairly expensive. So especially this stuff back here. So yeah, so I don't do it as often anymore than I used to, but it is fun. Obviously, you just saw the LARPing stuff, so I'm actually doing a ranger. So think like Aragorn from Lord of the Rings. So yeah, so that's what I would dress up as. So anyways, guys, I know that today's video was obviously a little bit different than what we normally do on the channel, but I wanted to give you guys an update and do the Q&A. And if you guys like the Q&A and you want to do more of that, just let me know in the comments. I have no problem doing Q&As. I think it's fun. And I'm an open book. I will tell you guys anything. Obviously, I just revealed that I'm LARPing, so clearly I don't care at all. So I'm hoping here in the next week or two, I'll have some more updates for you guys, and I'll have some more stuff and more parts coming in. But right now, because we're trying to focus on buying the two cars, parts acquisition is a little bit slower. We want to get the cars here. I want to get them here and then actually unveil them for you guys so you can see them and get hyped for the build. But essentially my build is going to be track/street. And what it's going to be, I think my dad's going to go the same route. He's just not fully sure yet, but essentially something that we can take to car meets, but also take to the track, swap the tires out, and go run some hot laps. None of the stuff that we're doing is a prolonged lapping, so we're not going to put that much wear and tear on the cars. But essentially, this is something that we've wanted to do. We just kind of haven't had the means to do it. So that's kind of where we're at. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Like I said, obviously a little bit different than what we normally do. And if you guys liked it, let me know in the comments. And always remember to like and subscribe the videos. And if you want to know when I post a new video, hit the bell button. I'm hoping with, vaccines and everything coming out that maybe we can start traveling and do some more travel vlogs and maybe even some airsoft vlogs. And, hopefully do some different stuff other than just car content, which is kind of what I started the channel for, but we've kind of focused on car content because COVID's kind of ruined everything else. So just remember, if you guys want to be notified, hit the bell at the bottom there so it'll tell you when I go live with a new video. And with that, guys, deuces. I will see you in the next one, and I really appreciate you guys. We're so close to 10K. Let's do it. Deuces, guys.